Hi everyone, I'm your host today. My name is Amy, and I have Samantha Bozeski next to me. We are going to. First, I want to ask does everyone care about their self care?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, Samantha and her partner are opening up a recovery center called Serenity Recovery. Samantha, please tell us about yourself and your walk through recovery and harm reduction.
Okay, so my name's Samantha. I'm a woman in recovery. I make 2 years October 10th. Yes, thank you. I'm a graduate from Recovery Court, so I did graduate, that. And I am a certified peer recovery specialist. I am in the mix of getting my CADC. Yes. And with harm reduction, I do harm reduction here at Chosen Generation. I'm the project manager. But as far as, how I got here, I mean, I dealt with recovery for, before the 2 years, 5 years, struggling with, substance use disorder. And just like everyone else, going in and out of, jails, institutions. And thank God, because by the grace of God, no death. But that's where it could lead you to. And I'm just really grateful today that, that's not my story. And that as long as I stay off, those substances that, he can't take me by death, from fentanyl or, drug overdose. So that's what I'm really grateful about.
Well, that's pretty impressive, Samantha. Your story is definitely, you know, I'm sure touches many people in certain ways. And it's really great that you're now wanting to start a recovery center.
Yes.
And I do believe that you are going for sober living houses,
Yes.
which Paterson does not have any.
Right, right. So what I want to do is, get a sober living house specifically for women. Why? Because there are a lot of sober living houses for men around Bergen County and Passaic County, but if you look around, there's really none for women. Okay, yeah, there's halfway houses for women like Eva's, but their Integrity House. But, sober living, you don't really get that. And, it's funny because Easy asked me the other day, like, why do you think that is, that there's no sober living up this way? Because in South Jersey, down the shore, they have a bunch. You could find them, like, on every block, every corner. They have a really big, recovery environment down there with sober living and halfway houses. But as far as up here, you know, there isn't even one of them around here for women. And Easy brought it to my attention. He goes, do you know why that is? And it really is something I have to look more into. But if I believe, Ezequiel said, when they come out of treatment, up here, it's so easy to get, Section 8 or TANF and social and assistance, that if they can go straight to that, why are they going to want to do sober living? So, but in reality, when you are in recovery and these individuals been in the streets for years and on substances for years and years, some of them never worked a day in their life. They don't know how to do everyday structure routine. And, some of them never even worked before. So that's why it's so important to really, recovery is a process, right? And it's one step at a time. So when they are ready and they try to, go into a treatment center to get, I would say clean, they have to learn how to live life. They need to know how to, be taught to just an everyday structure, daily living, because they don't know. A lot of these individuals don't know. So that's why I think it's very important that, sober living is available up here. Paterson is in Passaic County. It's very, very, the overdose rates are just, inflating so high. It's a terrible thing. It's a shame. But, but I do think that we need a sober living for women up here this way.
And I agree, absolutely, 100%. So, I'm going to bring it to the audience right now, Samantha.
Right.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, how are they integrating harm reduction in your life? Like, how are you guys bringing harm reduction into your life? Anybody? Nobody?
I would say something. I'm bringing harm reduction in my life right now because of somewhere I wasn't completely out there like they are today, but I'm out there serving the community, giving something that I didn't have when I was out there.
Yes.
I'm out there doing harm reduction, going out in the outreaches, giving them supplies, the clean supplies that they need, and food, water, etc.
There you go. I mean, that's commendable. Absolutely. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Bobby. You know, harm reduction. For me, I implement harm reduction in my life every night when I push myself away from the table and don't overeat. Not raiding the refrigerator at night. And hopefully, you know, I want to live longer, so I need to start exercising. And I know for me, sometimes I just got to talk about it at first. So harm reduction is, you know, it's just a way of life. I mean, it's nice that we walk alongside those guys who are using drugs, and once they use less drugs, that's harm reduction for them. But we can also use harm reduction in our everyday life. And I learned that from you, Samantha.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, my name is Connie, and I thank God for harm reduction. People that made a difference into my life and spoke to me, because I'm also part of that. I love giving back and letting people know, because we have to meet people where they are. You have to meet them where they are, and yes, you don't want to promote using unprotected sex and stuff like that. You want them to protect themselves. If they're gonna use, you want them to protect themselves, So it's, again, I love being a part of the harm reduction and being able to let the community know that there are people that care. There are people that care. When they're ready and need the help, want that help, we're here. Yeah. They know that we're here. So again, I just thank God for being able to be a part of giving back. Because of that, by God's grace and mercy, me too, celebrating 18 years clean.
Sarah.
Difference. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Connie. Thank you.
I like working with harm reduction, giving back to them, letting them know that there is a better way.
No, that's
Letting them know that there is a better way, because a lot of the people that I grew up with, and just to see them out there, it kind of bothers me. So working with harm reduction, I love it, and I'm letting them know that they can change their life if they choose to. All they got to do, but that first they have to want it. And so we giving back to them. All they have to do is let us know.
Right. All right, so I'm going to bring it back to you, Samantha. Obviously, I'm also involved in harm reduction, and I actually got involved through Samantha. So I pretty much know the story, but I'm going to ask her anyway. Tell us what inspired you and your associate to birth Serenity Recovery. What was...
Okay, so the impact, is basically me being in recovery myself, right? If you look at my past, okay, I'm very grateful for it, because that's who I am today, So I don't hold any of that against me. I'm here for a reason, and that I first and foremost know that. And from being that every day for the rest of my life, this is something I'm going to have to, live with. Why not make it an everyday lifestyle? If I am helping myself, I can help other people, I could invest, I could make money, I could enjoy my job, I could enjoy what I do. Why not do that, So that's where we're at right now. It's gonna be a long way, but it's gonna happen. You just got to be patient. For right now, we're just helping the community by community outreach, or if someone we give them a card and they're willing to go to treatment, I'll pick someone up, bring them to treatment. That's just what I'm doing right now, like just hands on, but there's just so much more that needs to be done. But, one by one, we're going to get things, taken care of. And one day, yes, I will have a house or a building around here.
Yes, she will.
Or maybe 5. Maybe 5 of them.
Yes. I mean, again, knowing Samantha, it's definitely been a passion of hers.
Yes.
She's always talked about sober living, and, she was right. Because there is a lot of sober living down the shore. Morristown is like a total, but State County really doesn't have any sober living. And I think it's a great thing that she's doing. A lot of people open up businesses and they excel in what they're doing. I think, her and Will, and I think they're going to excel because when you're passionate about something, you will excel.
Right.
So, and she's very passionate.
Thank you.
So now I'm going to bring it back to you guys in the audience. Okay. So. No, we did that. Oh, okay. Ask audience. Oh, done. Have you ever lived in a sober living housing or anyone in a therapeutic community? Has anyone lived in any of that?
I lived in a sober living house and with me and my children.
And where was that?
In Asbury Park.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. See?
There.
Nice.
And I got out. I had Section 8. I had a job. I had money saved up. I was doing pretty good.
So you agree with them? You think it's a good
sober living, it works if you want it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It works.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else in a therapeutic community, rehab, nothing like
Anyone ever go to a halfway house?
Yeah, so I was on drug court. I went to John Book for 6 months and Hanson House for 4 months. And it did me some justice.
And you're celebrating today, right, Sarah? 18 months?
Yeah.
18 months?
Nice.
There you go. So that obviously worked. Because you wanted it.
Right.
Congratulations. Okay, so.
All right. Also, I did a little sober living in a 3/4 house. You mentioned halfway house, but
Yeah.
a 3/4 house was sober
That's
living.
like a halfway back, right?
Yeah, getting released from prison back in '98. I wound up in Newark at Kentuck. Kentuck had 3 different houses.
Yeah.
And it definitely helped with the re-entry to society. You had to get a job, and you get to save your money, and of course you had to stay clean, because if that was the main priority, or they would have put you out the door.
Yeah.
But it's definitely helped as far as when you come from incarceration, it's like a big transformation. You're not getting 3 hots in a cot no more. You gotta fend for yourself. So that really helped out.
Thanks for sharing that, Jasper. It's funny that you bring that up, Jasper, because me and Samantha once had a talk about that, about sober living houses. Like, you come back and you need to learn all over again whether you're coming out of jail, correct, or a rehab. And she had told me that you could teach them how to get back into society, like little by little. Like, okay, your job is to mow the lawn, right? Or like your job's to do dishes, or you have you teach them how to live again. Because when you come back out of a facility, anything, a mental ward, I mean, anything, you have to start all over again. You have to learn to have responsibility, to pay credit cards on time, to get up and go to work, to make sure you clean your dishes at night. So, I think it's an excellent idea, and that's just my opinion. But anyway,
Yes.
I think it's very nice. You know, I wish her all the best. I think she's going to excel in everything she does. But
Thank you.
I'm going to ask another question. I think I probably answered it. What impact you like to see Serenity Recover make on the community?
So, I mean, the biggest impact for me would definitely be, I mean, well, Paterson, we all know, Fourth Ward, very big section that, you know, people abuse drugs, sex workers, whatever, gangs, and, you know, it's the hood, right? I just want to see, you know, all these girls out there to get to be available to them, that they could, you know, that someone cares about them, to go out there, you know, obviously they have to be willing and wanting it, right? But I just feel that if you do that every single day, you're going to touch somebody at least, you know, even if it's not that day, the next day you will, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I made it out of there. Okay. I made it out of there. Okay. And, you know, and it's hard. It's not easy, you know, but I did it. And I know it's like cliche. If I could do it, anyone could do it. But, you know, I go out there doing harm reduction, seeing these girls, some of the girls that I even been out there with, and they're still out there, the same thing, you know, and they come up to me all the time and they're saying, you know, I am so tired. I don't want to be out here anymore. But, you know, they have to be willing to just say, you know, I'm done and I'm ready to go, you know? And I just feel like it's a process. It's not going to happen, you know, overnight. But if you just continuously go, showing them that you're there and that, you know, you're there to help them and, you know, you could change your life, I think it definitely, you know, I will touch a good amount of people out there and let them get the help that they need. So,
And I happen to agree with that.
yes.
In every way. Because I've been out and done harm reduction with Samantha, and I've heard, you know, oh, I want to go to rehab or detox, but then what?
Right.
Like, then where do you go after that? Like, 3 days you have to leave. That's it. You're done. You don't even start kicking until the 4th or 5th day, depending on the drug.
Right.
So, if there was, you know, sober living homes or even halfway back or something, you know, it's got to start somewhere. So, there not being any in Passaic County, I think she's going to excel because, you know, you got, like she said, the more you keep doing it and doing it and doing it, someone's got to catch on to it. Someone's going to, you know, someone is, because there's none here. So she might be the first. And like she said, her dreams are big. She may own 5, 10, 15. But it would only be good for the community. And the next, you know, thing is like, why isn't there any, you know, sober living houses for women in northern New Jersey? That's a random question that I don't think we could really, you know, Samantha could answer it, but it's random, northern New Jersey.
Okay, well, I mean, I spoke on it a little bit, but what I think is, and like I said it in the beginning, I just think that, you know, social services are available. So when people go and get clean, right, and they are in treatment, and if they want to get back with their kids, and all they had to do is complete a program, right, and they're following what they're supposed to do, assistance is available, right? So like I said, a person is going to grab, oh, I could get my own room or I could get my own apartment. They're going to grab that, you know? And I just think, I mean, it's a downfall with that because like we said, some individuals need to, you know, really need to learn how to live, you know, go to work every day, make money, you know, be independent, even being a mother to their children. They need to know that whole routine and structure. And if you don't have that and you come out of a rehab center, you're not going to go that very far. Okay. And that's why there's a revolving door at these places, because they don't take it in the right, you know, they're not taking the right steps to get there. They might do, you know, 2 things they're supposed to, and then, you know, skip over something and try it. And you could try it, you know, and maybe that 1% is gonna still, you know, excel, but a lot of times, you know, you only get so far and then it happens all over again, you know? So I just want to make sure that the right steps are in place. So, you know, women can learn to live a productive lifestyle.
Well, I just want Samantha to be able to tell everyone if someone did want to get in touch with you, how would they get in touch with you? Do you
Okay, so I mean, I do have business cards. We're starting up a website, but for right now, I mean, I have a business card with my information, and I am here at Tier 1. But yes, you could take my number if you ever need it. You can ask around, and as long as they know me, you could get my number, but it is available to anyone who wants it. My number, 862-383-5397. Thank you.